So our good friend is Rob Suller, who's the equipment manager over there with the Wizards.
Yeah.
And Rob has hit me up. He's give me all. He says, first of all, you got to ask AD about the different zip codes or area codes we used to have in the locker room, where certain guys were not allowed in certain area codes.
True.
Right? Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
So you wouldn't be near. You wouldn't be allowed what near like Gilbert's locker.
No, they actually put my locker next to Gilbert's
to be
purposely
to be a good influence,
right?
To try to calm him down.
To kind of just stay in his ear. So
who,
it was like me, Gilbert, and Deshaun were all on one side of the locker room, and then you had on the other side you had the JaVale McGee, Nick Young. Right. Andre, but you laughing already. See, you laughing already.
Knucklehead
so, yeah. So JaVale McGee, Nick Young, those guys, Dominic McGuire, and those guys on the other side of the locker room.
And then Rob's saying you got to ask him.
Do you think it's unfair because after they all moved on, they basically were dubbed the Knuckleheads? That the Wizards got rid of the Knuckleheads and moved on to a different era. Do you think that's fair?
You know, I think a lot of the NBA is where you get drafted, and the system that you get drafted into. It's more than just basketball. No, yeah, but I would never call a guy knucklehead. Now, understand, JaVale McGee, Nick Young, Andre Bloch were drafted into the Princeton system, which is probably the most complicated NBA system to run. So when you're coming from 1 year of college, like we're talking about, you're talking about guys that's 1 year removed from prom, and to put them in the Princeton system and say, okay, understand, read, and reaction, backdoor here, backdoor there. Yeah, you're going to look like a knucklehead because you don't understand it.
Right.
But I think they were called knuckleheads for some of the off-court stuff.
But also
well, then you know what? If that's the case, then 97% of the NBA are knuckleheads. You know what I mean? Because, guys, you have fun off the floor. You play practical jokes on
Not
each other.
Everybody pays
you
for fun,
enjoy.
which I think Andre did.
Yeah, you know, you enjoy. You have fun. You know, that's
Rob's
a part of life.
Ask about how you guys abused.
That was not you guys.
You guys.
Rob is tripping right now because that was Gilbert.
Avi's story.
That was Gilbert.
Right,
I'll tell a quick story. Probably the funniest practical joke I've seen in my 13 years. So Avi and Gilbert used to constantly go back and forth at each other. Practical joke here, practical joke there. You know, just all sorts of different things.
And just for people to know, Story was a role player.
Right, yeah, Avi, yeah, he was the guy. He was
player,
great guy, fantastic guy. I still talk to Avi today. They actually cut him and then brought him back. So him and Gilbert practical joked each other all the time. So Gilbert told me one day, you know, hey, I'm gonna get Avi really good today, and we're in film after one of the games, and we're watching film session. We're in film session, and Coach Jordan is up at the television, and we're walking through film.
Was JaVale asleep in the back? Please tell me he was.
Oh, no, we are in the locker room. So it's just like everybody's. Right. And right in the middle of film session, two of Avi's rims and tires come rolling through the locker room in the middle of film session. So
and everybody instantly knows?
Oh, everybody. You know, when you know whose car's whose, you know who has what. So in the middle of Coach Jordan, I don't know what he was talking about, breaking down the pick and roll or whatever, two 20-inch rims come rolling through the locker room. And Avi jumps up, and he's like, Gilbert! So we all laugh and go running down to the cage, and Avi's car is sitting on bricks.
That is funny.
Hilarious.
That's great.
Hilarious.
Were you there when Gilbert pooped in a shoe?
Yes. Yeah. That was the same year.
Was that Brendan Haywood's shoe?
No, it was Avi's shoe.
Oh, it was Avi?
Man, like I said, I can tell you a ton. Gilbert took Red Hot and put it on Avi. And, you know, Red Hot, you don't wipe it off with water because that makes it heat up even more.
Right.
Avi, you're supposed to get it off with milk.
Avi didn't know that.
Avi didn't know that, so he goes running to the bathroom and he just completely starts throwing water all over his face. So instantly he gets.
He was in
right.
Gilbert was basically a big.
No, it went both ways.
But he's bullying a guy who's barely on the roster.
But you know what? I'll guarantee you this. He was on that roster because of Gilbert, though. He was on that roster because of Gilbert. So Gilbert actually he fought to bring Avi back. So when they were going to cut him, Gilbert was the first one to step to the forefront and say, you know what, let's keep this guy here.
Well, yeah, because he had fun bullying them.
No, Gilbert, Gilbert was Gilbert. Gilbert's Gilbert.
Playing with Gilbert,
I do. And like we were just talking about a minute ago, there's a certain perception about guys in the league that are quote-unquote different or crazy that are the best teammates. You know, yesterday we were talking about how Garrett Temple said DeMarcus Cousins was one of the best teammates he's had.
Wow.
Rasheed Wallace, Steven Jackson, Gilbert Arenas. Certain guys that
those guys go to war for you too.
Certain guys that I have played with that people consider, oh man, this dude is out there. These guys are great teammates. So I don't know think about the Palace, the brawl at the Palace. Who was the first one in the stands throwing his hands?
Can't remember.
Steven Jackson
was in there.
Oh, he was.
Steven Jackson. Right. So you get Ron Artest, who goes running up first, and Steven Jackson beat him there.
Hey, we got to run.
All right, we got a hard out.
Awesome having you in studio.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Thank
you guys for having
your daughter too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Antonio Daniels. We'll see you tomorrow.